Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life on this Thursday, Baby Friday, May 26th. I'm Courtney Savala.
Hi, Courtney. Hi, everyone. I'm Derek Shore. Coming up on today's show, he has appeared on Bravo's Top Chef and even won a James Beard Award. But before all that, he was already a local favorite with his food at the legendary Cafe Annie. Chef Roberto Grande joins us live with big news and, of course, some delicious food as well.
And whether you're a racing fan or not, you know how legendary this event is, the Indy 500. It's this weekend. And today we've got truly one of the biggest names in racing, Danica Patrick. She's the only woman to ever win an IndyCar Series race. She's chatting with our Lauren Kelly.
And we are exploring the Labyrinth, a brand new art installation at Discovery Green downtown. It's a great way to connect with the outdoors. And you know, Courtney, Brandon and I saw this a few weeks ago when we were down there. It's beautiful during the day.
Yeah.
It's beautiful during the evening hours. So add it to your list. And it's so popular, it was just extended, by the way.
I love that, and Discovery Green is always a great place to go, no matter what.
Yeah, a lot of things to do down there. All right, so of course, a lot of people are still just reeling from the news out of Uvalde earlier this week, and a lot of people don't realize Matthew McConaughey is from Uvalde. That's his hometown. Very small town, 16,000 people. They say everyone who lives there knows everyone else. And later in the day on Tuesday, he actually went to social media and posted an entire statement essentially saying, we have some quotes here, the true call to action now is for every American to take a longer and deeper look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what is it we truly value? We can't, once again, exhale, make excuses, and accept these tragic realities as the status quo.
You know, everybody is still, I mean, we can't put into words, right? I mean, I think every day we're hearing more and more information come out of this. And I think when celebrities take a stand and they take notice, don't forget where they're from, I think it has an impact to a lot of people. It certainly helps that community that is used to seeing him in that part of Texas and knows that he loves that area as well. So no surprise here. He's a class act. No surprise that he made the statement.
And also one of the things he said is regardless of where people stand politically, we can all agree it needs to stop. And I hope that in the coming days and weeks, we can actually have kind conversations and come together and come up with some ways to get this to stop. Because it feels like, you know, once people get over the mourning process, they just start calling each other names again, and that's not productive.
It's not. But what is productive, too, we do have several ways you can help support the victims and the community of Uvalde. Starting, of course, with the blood bank. South Texas Blood and Tissue Center is in critical need of blood donations. Anytime during the summer. They're in this state anyway. Please sign up. You can donate on their website. That's biobridgeglobal.org/donors. Another question I think a lot of people are thinking, how can we support? How can I just lend support to the community? And GoFundMe has set up a fundraiser, and it's basically taking you through their page of verified organizations that they have checked and balances. Says 100% of the proceeds will go directly to the victims and survivors in cash payments. There's also the Robb Elementary Memorial Fund, and Uvalde CISD has announced that Robb Elementary Memorial Fund as well. And that one you can donate directly through Zelle at robbschoolmemorialfund@gmail.com. So there's that information. And locally, too, HEB now stepping up and says it will commit to $500,000 in donations. Additionally, customers, we can make donations at the checkout points at the checkout points, but you can also go to heb.com/donate to do it there as well. So there's lots of great ways for us to be able to support the community. And also, I think people just want to come together, have a moment of silence and kind of lock arms and really show their support. And tonight in Fort Bend County, there's a vigil from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is at the Justice Center at 1422 Eugene Hyman Circle, and that's in Richmond. We have posted all of this information there on our website of HoustonLife.tv. I know we went through a lot, but it's also good to have it in one place so you know it's verified where to go and give all that information out.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, our website is a great resource, and I do think it's a good reminder, too, when things like this happen. A lot of times people just sort of forget about it because we we don't want to focus on the painful things in life.
Right.
I mean, how many children will it take before we actually create policies that keep our kids safer? So I hope we can continue the conversation kindly and productively. How about some good news? So friend of Houston Life and also Houston comic Mo Ammer has a brand new Netflix series. It's called Mo. So he was a producer, and of course he stars in this show. It's based loosely on his life as a Palestinian refugee growing up in Houston, and it is set to premiere later this year in August. The date is somewhere, if we could just roll up there, August 24th. So he shot it here in Houston. We are so proud of Mo, and he's a busy man, but hopefully he'll come back and see us here at Houston Life.
Oh, he is so funny too. You want to talk about a little bit of relief, right? To laugh. He is definitely your ticket for that.
So congrats to Mo. Very, very nice. And of course, his earlier Netflix special, that premiered last November.
Absolutely. Congrats to him. Also, more good news, y'all. I hope you're going to watch Top Chef tonight. The show has left Houston, so they're no longer recording here, but we know they recorded this back in November, right? The last 2 remaining episodes have moved to Tucson, Arizona. Chef Evelyn Garcia, friend of the show, she is still in the competition, part of Final 4. And the Final 4 there, chefs Damar Brown, Evelyn Garcia, as you see there, Buddha Lowe, and Sarah Welch head to the first UNESCO World Heritage City of Gastronomy here in the United States, and that is taking place in Tucson. Evelyn, we are so proud of you. We are not surprised that you are in the top 4. We're cheering you on, girlfriend.
I'm so excited for all the contestants, but especially Evelyn. We love you so much. We're rooting for you. It's been so fun watching this entire series.
Our city looks so good in season 19 of Top Chef.
It deserves to be in the spotlight for sure. So Evelyn, we're rooting for you. We'll be tuning in tonight, and hopefully when you win the whole thing. How about that?
I like it.
Hey, so last week we introduced you to a Kingsville, Texas boy who accidentally ordered 31 cheeseburgers from McDonald's on his mom's phone. So an update, here he is.
There it is right there.
He's like, Mom, I mean.
What's the big deal?
Well, also,
I was hungry.
Was it accidental? I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
He was ready to go viral in his moment.
And that happened. I mean, obviously the story went viral. It made national headlines. So since then, the local McDonald's invited 2-year-old Barrett and his family for a little party. There's the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar.
On the left. And then, you know the girl's name on the right? Who's that?
Birdie?
Birdie. Birdie is often overlooked, so I just want to give some love to Birdie. They had some balloons and had a good time. And look, Barrett looks so happy.
I think this is so great. A proper party for the 31 burgers that were ordered.
2 years old. 2 years old. You know, remember when smartphones were like first a thing? And I remember my niece London was really young at the time, and I took a photo of her. She must have been 1.5 years old, right? I took a photo. She wanted me to turn the phone around so she could see it, and she reached her little finger out and she swiped.
She knew exactly what to do.
She knew exactly what to do. I couldn't believe it. Blew me away.
I know. Okay, it's so awesome. I still, you know, we have 16 remote controls at home. No idea which one operates what. Not really 16, but you know what I mean?
That's a lot of remote controls.
It's a lot. I can't, not one of them will operate everything. So it's like volume for one. I don't know.
We have one, and I still don't know how to use it. I'm like, Brandon, can you help me turn on music in the house?
I like the one that you can speak into, and I'm always...
Oh.
KPRC?
Yeah, ours never works.
I know. I don't think it likes my voice. Still to come,
I love your voice.
A Houston culinary legend is saying goodbye to an illustrious career. Chef Robert Del Grande sits down with us to chat about the reason why he's stepping down from his job as executive chef of the Annie.
Say it ain't so. We love this guy. Also, say goodbye to this popular home design trend. Is it beige? Is it white, Courtney? Could it be blue? After the break, we're going to find out which color is now considered the new neutral. Uh-oh. Don't go away. Houston Life will be right back. Welcome back to Houston Life. So the long holiday weekend, it's long for some people.
Right.
Do you have any special plans? I know your mom and your Aunt Rob are in town.
They are in town. No, we're just going to relax.
Hang out around the house?
Yes.
Well, a lot of people, hopefully you all take time to think about, you know, the true meaning of Memorial Day, right?
Sure.
And a lot of people, maybe they stay home, they do house projects. So if you are thinking of sprucing up your home, you might want to hear this, okay? Interior designers are sharing living room trends they say will be huge in 2022, and also 3 trends they say will be out.
Okay.
This is an article from Insider.com. So you know how Brand and I, we moved in, it's been almost a year since we moved into the house we built, right? And we did kind of like an all-white, very open concept, minimalist design. Brandon doesn't like any clutter in the house.
You don't either.
Well, right, so here's the thing. All white, minimalist, and open concept living room styles
Last year.
are on their way out in 2022.
Clutter is in. I am so good.
I mean, what is wrong with this perfectly
I don't know.
beautiful room, I mean, that you have on your screen?
So is clutter in?
I don't know.
Clutter and
girl.
dark is in.
We're talking specific color palettes. So what is the color that is gaining popularity as the next neutral, Courtney? What do you think it is?
I think it's brown. I think it's the dark browns, right?
The sofa was the nice hint for you on your
Oh,
screen.
I didn't even look that it changed. I'm sorry, I was looking at you.
Brown is the new neutral. Also pastels, they say, are in. Interior designers predict that poofs...
Like that?
Well, we have a poof on set. Nature-inspired design choices will be in this year.
Oh, we are so on trend.
Here's the thing. We have a couple poofs in the house.
I'm sorry, what?
Poofs.
Oh.
Like a poof.
Got it.
Also known as like a hat that Courtney would typically wear, right? Or like a fascinator style. Don't you have a hat that looks just like this thing that I'm... Can we even... Do people even see in context what this is? It's one of these. It's great.
I don't have a hat that looks like that.
Yes, I think you do.
I don't think
maybe I'm thinking of myself. No, these are great
You
because
can sit on
you can
it.
use them as extra seating. You could put a tray on them. You could do all kinds of things. Brandon hates them. Anyway, so let's talk about your floors. He does. He hates them.
Why?
I don't know. It's a long story. I'll tell you during the break. But listen, how do you make the entryway of your home pop while still being functional against rain, even your kids' sneakers? Here's our friend Maria with 50 Floor. Watch this.
Hi everybody, Maria Sotolongo here with 50 Floor. You know I love to talk about floors, what's new, what you need to know, and today we're going to be focusing on entryways. I don't know about you, but I know plenty of people that have an entryway that has nothing to do with the rest of their home. So really, it is an essential part of setting the tone for the rest of your home. So if you've been wondering, what should I do? Should I put tile down? Should I put vinyl down? Should I leave hardwoods that are cracked or carpet? What? You have carpet in your entryway? That's not good because you know you're gonna come in and out with either muddy feet or wet feet, or if you have kids or dogs, that is not a good idea. So are you living in an outdated entryway or outdated floor in general? 50 Floor is here to help you with that. We are home improvement done right. So let's specifically talk about a really good idea for entryway. We're talking about tile. That is a classic look. You can go a little bit deeper tans or just the beige and grays, which are very popular nowadays. Or if you're not a tile person, how about upscale vinyl, folks? I know that vinyl might have not a great reputation, but leave the past behind because the new vinyl has come in. And look at it. It looks like wood, doesn't it? But if you want it to look like tile, it can look like tile. It's got a waterproof backing, so it is fantastic for all of that in and out with wet shoes or muddy shoes. It's very easy to clean. And that is going to be, I think, two of the best options for people in the entryway. Either the engineered wood or the hardwood can work, but it might just require a little bit more maintenance. So the vinyl and the tile are amazing options. So let's say that you pick what you want. Now what? Well, first of all, 50 Floor is going to come to you to make sure that you have picked what you want, what goes with your lifestyle, what goes with your decor. And that is the difference between 50 Floor and everybody else out there. We're gonna come to you with hundreds of samples. And then when installation time comes, we're gonna be there with you as well. We're gonna pick up all the heavy furniture, the TV, the plants, etc. We're gonna move it out of the way, and then comes the fun part. We remove the old flooring, inspect the subflooring, make sure everything's okay, and we put down that new floor, whether it's the entryway, the kitchen, the bathroom, whatever it is. And we usually can get this done in one day, folks. So make sure that you log online 50floor.com, or you give us a call and schedule that free consultation. We also have financing available, so make sure you ask us about that. Of course, we can come to you, and you don't have to get out and get out there with the heat of the day, especially now during these summer months. So take advantage of our special offer. 50 Floor has a special offer just for you at home watching right now. $100 off of your order if you call within this next hour, but more importantly, free installation on all carpet, hardwood, laminate, and vinyl. And remember, that phone number is 877-50-FLOOR. That works out to be 877-503-5667, or visit 50floor.com. All right, well, thank you so much, and we will see you next time.
All right, Maria, thanks for that.
Always great information.
Yeah, but remember, the new neutral is brown, and poofs are out.
Unless you like them, then they're in. When we come back, how to keep your kids active and injury-free this summer, what to remember before, during, and after those summer sports practices, and even outdoor activities.
And speaking of the outdoors, the weather is so perfect right now, so we're checking out a brand new art exhibit that doubles as a maze downtown at beautiful Discovery Green. We're going to give you a preview when Houston Life returns right after this.
Well, the end of the school year and the start of summer means your kids will be heading outdoors, right? From swimming to soccer and everything in between. We've got some really great tips to keep your kids healthy and hopefully injury-free this summer. Joining me now, Dr. Angie Curtis, pediatrician and certified physical therapist affiliated with UT Health, Houston, and also Children's Memorial. Great to see you.
Yes, thanks for having me today.
Absolutely, Dr. Curtis. I was just telling you during the break that I feel like, you know, I'm getting the sports physicals for next year for both of my boys, and they're just even more active in the summer months. Mm-hmm. What do we need to do to make sure that they stay injury-free? And this is really for all ages.
So there's a couple of things I would say. Of course, with school being out, they tend to be off of their schedule a little bit.
Right.
They're staying up later, they're sleeping in. So sometimes nutrition might be a little bit off, but there's still a high level of activity and performance expected of them. So nutrition is important, making sure they're still getting all their calories in, hydration, it's hot outside, and getting dehydrated can contribute to heat illness, things like that. And so those things are very important, and if they are very active, just making sure they get adequate rest as well.
Absolutely, the rest is super important. As you say, when summer hits, the kids are off their schedule immensely, and I think that's really important too, to push the hydration as well. Okay, what is the best way, in your opinion, to prevent these injuries? I mean, whether they're swimmers or soccer players, I mean, I feel like our parents, our kids go from sport to sport to sport. We have to remember kids need the rest too.
Exactly. So definitely youth sports have changed since I used to play, and off season isn't really a thing anymore.
Right.
So a lot of these sports are year-round now. It's still recommended by the American Society for Sports Medicine that kids or young athletes get at least 3 months off interspersed throughout the year from their sport. It's also important that they mix it up a little bit, have their bodies moving in different ways and not the same repetitive activity all year that can wear down their joints and bones. So just kind of cross-training and getting some different types of activities in is important too.
When would you say is the right time to even add in a little bit of cross-training? Is that an older child, preteen, or really at any age?
So that's a good question. There's a lot of emphasis now on early sports specialization, but kids are skeletally immature until their teenage years. And so it's better to commit to a single sport a little bit older once their bones are mature. The risk of overuse injuries goes down a lot if you do it that way. But like I said, I mean, the culture has changed a lot. Yeah. It's kind of hard to do that these days. But the more things they can do just in their off time, getting at least 1 day of rest per week from their activity and just having some free or recreational time is another way to keep overuse injuries down.
I think it's really great that you talk about the rest time, but also, I mean, I think we tend to say, I need to warm up, I have to stretch a little bit more, but our kids should really be doing that as well.
Absolutely, especially since they're hitting these growth spurts and their bones take off growing and the muscles are left back at their previous length. And so muscle flexibility is really important, keeping the muscle tightness down. And that's another way to also make sure that these injuries are not happening. Warming up, cooling down is very important.
Great tips. Dr. Angie Curtis, we do appreciate you coming in today to keep our kids healthy and strong. Do appreciate it. For more information, you can head over to their website at memorialhermann.org/children's-orthopedics, or simply you can give them a call at 713-486-4880. All right, let's send it over to Derek.
All right, Courtney, thank you for that. Very important conversation. Right now, why don't we get outside to Discovery Green, one of our favorite spots in downtown Houston, where you can connect with the great outdoors and enjoy a brand new art installation. Discovery Green is downtown. You can see on the map, it's not far from Minute Maid Park in the GRB. The art installation is called The Labyrinth, and Joe Sam is checking it out for himself today. Joe, what do you think?
It is absolutely beautiful, Derek. The Labyrinth here, it is an ancient ritual that connects people to the earth, and it guides them along a walking trail to reflection and, of course, meditation. You can see that right behind me, those beautiful colors here. They absolutely make everything pop in this beautiful weather that we're having right now. And I'm here with Frankie right now, the marketing representative here at Discovery Green, to tell us a little bit more about this and the artist that was behind this incredible project behind us. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, so this was a Houston artist, Reginald C. Adams, who came and put this together. He uses his artwork to bring people together and to create community. So he actually had a children's workshop. Some kids came out and painted the blocks, some volunteers. And so now it's here for everybody to enjoy, and it's a very calming experience. At night, the lights come on. It's gorgeous. You can walk in and walk out. There's no dead ends. There's no tricks. It's just very reflective and calming.
It is. And it's on a smaller version, too, a smaller scale, so that when we have the kids come out here, the parents don't have to worry about them getting lost in this here, because it's easy for them to be able to see and watch them from the comfortable seating areas that you have here at Discovery Green. It's become so popular here that you guys actually extended it a little bit longer, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Families love it. Everybody has really told us that they enjoy it. So we've extended it. It will be available every day through Labor Day, through September 5th. You can come out and enjoy it. Again, in the evenings, the lights come on, and it's lovely. Also want to let everybody know that Reginald himself will be here June 21st. It's International Day of Yoga, so some yoga activities start at 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll be doing a guided tour and meditation and sound bath at 8 p.m.
That's going to be great.
It's going to be gorgeous.
It really will be. And this is free for people to come out and check out, because it is absolutely gorgeous. Like Miss Frankie just said, we're going to send things back to you guys. And I'm going to go and see some of those families that have been out here checking the Labyrinth out as well. For right now, we're going to send things back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, Joy.
Looks amazing. Sorry, looks so good.
And the perfect day for it as well, Joe. We'll see you in just a bit. Still ahead, legendary chef Robert Del Grande looks back at his renowned career in the Houston restaurant world that made him known as one of the founding fathers of Southwestern cuisine.
And former race car driver Danica Patrick gives us her picks for this weekend's Indy 500. Houston Life will be right back.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Derek Shore here, along with Courtney Zavala.
Okay, I'm sorry. This just in, we've been having the great poof debate today. And I believe we have a response from Brandon coming in.
In case you missed the top of today's show, we're talking about design trends and how these poofs apparently are coming back in. So we have a couple poofs at home. Brandon hates them. He doesn't let us put them out.
Well, that's what you've said, right? That he hates them?
Yeah, so I texted Brandon.
Can we get the official word from Brandon?
I said to Brandon, hey, I just told our viewers you hate poofs. And he wrote back, like a decorative poof? I think they are absolutely useless. No one wants to sit on that. And I said, well, how do you know? He said, I've never seen anyone sit on one. They're always just there as decoration. Just use an actual chair.
What's the difference between a decorative poof and a regular poof?
I'm just going to move over to this very comfortable poof. I think they're quite useful.
Why is it taking you this long to actually sit on it, though?
Sometimes I sit on this poof.
Never have I seen you.
It's extra seating in case you have a party. Just pull out all the poofs.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great poof debate. We are going to check in now with Andy, Brandon,
very
and
comfortable.
Frank. What do y'all think?
It's very comfortable.
Derek, you look comfortable. We don't have any poofs here in the studio, though.
Well, you all said Brandon, and I thought, oh my goodness, you're not talking about me. I don't have furniture at home.
Brandon
So
Walker.
decorative poof, who knows?
No, we were both thinking, what kind of curveball are they going to throw at him here?
It's just a poof.
All right, it's just a poof.
Very comfortable.
Well, it looks good, whatever it
It
is.
does. All right, guys, as we are getting close to the Memorial Day weekend, many are interested in knowing what the weather is going to be like. Mr. Frank Billingsley, hopefully it's going to cooperate.
Hey, poof. Did you see? Did you see? Were you up this morning? I don't know if you did the coffee in the porch kind of thing this morning. It was 54 degrees in Conroe, 61 in Houston. We haven't had these kind of numbers since April 28th. How about that? Pretty impressive. I know. It was nice. It's going to be another night, not quite as cool tonight, but it's still going to be nice. It is so dry out there that it actually feels cooler than it is. 91 at Bush and Hobby, 90 Sugarland, 87 in Galveston. Actually feels like the upper 80s. The humidity is like 25% right now. We'll take a closer look at that at 4 o'clock. The only fly in the ointment, the air quality, all that sunshine, a little bit of leftover Saharan dust. It's unhealthy if you have any kind of issues for upper respiratory. In the meantime, beautiful exercise day right there at 89 at 5, 89 at 6. But the key is the westerly wind will continue to keep it nice and dry as we go into this weekend. Things begin to change by Sunday. So the humidity starts to move in a little bit. Memorial Day itself, a south wind, 78 to start, 87 at noon, 90 at 4, 83 at 8. But all in all, a pretty nice weekend ahead. Brandon?
Looking good, Frank. Thank you, sir. Now here to look at what we're working on for our newscast at the top of the hour, 4 o'clock. But 2 hours ago, we received an update from investigators looking into the Uvalde school massacre. And we're learning disturbing new details about the timeline as those events unfolded that day. For example, the gunman was inside the building for an hour, we learned, before SWAT members were able to get inside and kill him. We've got a live update. Keith Garvin leading our coverage first at 4.
Also at 4, as the National Rifle Association gets set for its convention here in Houston, there are growing calls to either cancel it or ask politicians to boycott the convention. We're expected to get an update from Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner, who earlier this week said the city could not legally cancel it because of contractual agreements. So a lot to get to today, guys, when we see you at the top of the hour.
It sounds like it. We will see you at 4 o'clock.
Well, she's been a trailblazer in the historically male-dominated sport of car racing. First as a racer, now as an analyst.
Yeah, Danica Patrick, she's the only woman to win an Indy Car Series race, and Lauren Kelly chatted with a former racing star ahead of this weekend's Indy 500.
Memorial Day weekend is here and Indy 500 only a few days away. Whatever setup you got there right behind you, I'm just going to go ahead and invite you to my house. Just pick it on up and bring it on over for my watch party. Does that sound okay?
I mean, this is a pretty stellar spread. It's just a beautiful, I mean, I don't know if you've made like charcuterie boards or snack plates before, but I have made many, and the amount of ingredients it takes to fill up an entire plate is actually pretty amazing.
And, you know, well, I got to bring it back real fast. One reason I was never offended when my mom told me that I was a leadfoot when she rode around with me in the car. I was like, hey, guess what? Danica Patrick is also a leadfoot, and, you know, she's very tremendously successful, and I love her, so that's okay.
Well, I'm glad that you had someone that you could defend yourself with.
Hey, we know you've retired your racing gear for now, but Indy 500 is this weekend. It's a fun event for everybody in the family to just kind of gather around the TV and watch over the holiday weekend.
Well, I'm part of the broadcast, so
okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I retired in 2018 was my last race, and it was the Indy 500. The next year I was doing the broadcast, and I've done it every year since. I'm super grateful they asked me to do it. It's a fun race to do. It's an honor. So, but I will say that when I was a kid, though, and I've told this story so many times, people would ask, like, did you watch the Indy 500 growing up? And I would always tell the story. I would say, like, we'd sit there, there'd be chips and dip on the table, just didn't quite look this fancy. There was probably a little less vegetables in that option. But it'd be chips and dip on the table, and we'd just sit there and watch the Indy 500. I'd usually pass out for like an hour in the middle of it and wake up for the ending. So, I mean, this is such a familiar situation to me. And I just do it at other points in time, not the Indy 500. But it's the perfect opportunity to make a big spread and have people over and enjoy the race.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned charcuterie. Do you know how long it takes to make a charcuterie board? I've kind of
long
just given
time.
that. Yeah, it's too much for me.
And a lot of ingredients.
And just for me to consume it in like 3 bites, I'm like, okay, no. Chips and guac is always my thing. I want your professional opinion, though. So baseball has its peanuts, and football has its, hot dog and beer and things like that. What do you think is like the ultimate snack that I need to have at an Indy 500 party?
Oh, chips and guac.
Okay.
I mean, we're like, it's almost summer. So I feel like, and who doesn't like chips and guac? It's a fan favorite. It's kind of like, it's like, if people are coming over to the house, like to have like Mexican, like have tacos and things like that. There's almost no one that doesn't enjoy that. So I think chips and guac is probably your best bet.
I think so. Maybe throw a couple of pitchers of margaritas in, or maybe have some cold rosé. I think
I'm getting invited to your party.
I think I'm setting the day up for a nice little feat right there. Hey, can you kind of fill us in on what else you've been up to over the last couple months? And I know you've been staying busy with all of your things on your plate, literally. But what else have you been up to?
Oh, I turned 40 this year and took a really big trip with 9 other girls. There was 10 girls on a trip together.
Gosh, I wanted to do that. And they were like, no, we're 40 now. We passed the line on the big trip. I was like, oh my God, that's it. Danica, I'm getting rid of those friends and I'm coming to join your circle.
Yeah. I mean, I plan to do an even bigger one when I'm 50. So.
Okay. All right. Let's start planning that right now. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time. You're just a joy. We love catching up with you. Thanks for the tips on the food plate for this weekend. I think that I'm going to borrow my nephew's obsessive compulsive obsession with Lightning McQueen and maybe have those as a little bit of a decor from Cars, as my decorations around the house.
I think it's appropriate.
The guac will for sure be there.
Yeah, good.
I want to hang out with her.
Me too. And we were just looking at her Instagram page.
Oh, I
She's
follow
so
her.
cool.
So cool.
And she just turned 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know,
nice.
lots of great stuff. Of course, you can watch the Indy 500 this Sunday right here on KPRC2. Coverage starts at 11:30 in the morning.
Very exciting. What do you say we check back in with Mr. Joe Sam, who's been hanging out downtown at Discovery Green and enjoying Labyrinth, their latest art installation. Hi, Joe.
Well, welcome back here to Houston Live. We are checking out Discovery Green's newest art installation by Reginald C. Adams. He's a Houston-based artist here. Take a look at what he's been able to put together. He specializes in community artwork and being able to bring the art directly to the community. And this is exactly what he's done here at Discovery Green, incorporating all of the different elements into meditation and relaxation, giving you an opportunity to reflect back on yourself, your journey, and anything that you've been going through. It's supposed to be meant as a space for healing, and at night this beautiful labyrinth comes to life when everything is lit up with all of the different lights that you see here. This is going to be going on until Labor Day, so you'll get an opportunity to come and check it out here with your family and really enjoy this beautiful space and learn more about the artist himself. He's going to be taking everybody on a guided tour of this entire space and giving you more information about how he was able to put it together with different community members and school kids that he's been able to have paint all of these different cedar blocks here at the Discovery Green. So we've been talking to a couple of families that have been out here. It is a little hot today, so a few of them didn't want to come back out again, but they have been out here enjoying this beautiful space here and this beautiful project that has been put together. A lot of those families, it's easy for them to come out, and the kids really love all of these bright colors and the plants that they have here. I think we have some families that are walking up right now that's going to come and chat with us a little bit about what they just experienced here by checking out this beautiful space that Reginald C. Adams has been able to put together. Here they are right now, so let me go walk on over and we're gonna get their perspective on how this looks here. So you guys were checking this out. What do you think about this project that they've been able to incorporate here at Discovery Green?
I think that it looks really pretty. It's very colorful, and me and my children would like to walk in it more often.
Absolutely. And what do you guys think?
I think this labyrinth looks like amazing. It's amazing.
It really is. It really is. And she's a little shy. I think she's hiding behind mommy right now. But we thank you guys so much. We're going to let you guys get out of this Houston heat for a second. But thank you guys so much for coming and share your thoughts about this amazing project that they have here at Discovery Green. Again, you guys, this is going on right now. It is absolutely free. It was going to end on the 30th of June, but they extended it into Labor Day because it is so popular with the community members here. So you definitely want to get out here and check it out either during the day, and if you don't like the heat too much, you can come and check it out at night because, again, it lights up and it is absolutely beautiful. Courtney and Derek, we're going to get ready to send things back to you guys right now as we continue to check out this amazing project that they have incorporated here at Discovery Green.
It is beautiful, and if you get too warm, the lake house is right behind you, Joe. Go grab a cold drink there.
Or this here.
There you go.
The splash pad, absolutely. All right, Joe, thanks so much. Coming up, he founded Cafe Express in the nostalgic Houston hotspot Taco Milagro, and he appeared on the first episode of this season's Bravo's Top Chef Houston, and now we've learned he's retiring.
I cannot believe this, but we're happy for him. There he is right there, Chef Robert Del Grande from the Annie Cafe and Bar. He will join us to chat about his prestigious culinary career, plus he brought along some of his signature dishes. Don't go away. Houston Life will be right back.
You know, when it comes to food, there is so much to celebrate here in Houston. And listen to this. He's Houston's first ever James Beard Award recipient, truly the Oscars in the food world, and nationally considered as one of the founding fathers of Southwestern cuisine.
And after more than 40 years in the industry, Robert Del Grande is stepping down as executive chef of the Annie Cafe and Bar. He joins us now to chat about his legendary career. We were chatting during the break. 1981 was when you landed in Houston. Your wife, Mimi, at the time you were not married, but you chased her from California to Houston. Yes. And we can't imagine life without you, Robert. Interesting that you have a PhD in biochemistry. So what was your plan before going into
Just for fun.
Just for fun? You had a different game plan.
Yeah, no, well, my game plan, because I was only 26, was this week and next week. Past that, I didn't think too much about it.
But typical.
I said Mimi had moved to Houston. I said, well, that's cool. I knew some people at the medical center. I said, well, I'll go to Houston. We had this enormous 3-month plan. That was it, just 3 months, and we'll see what happens. And then 40 years sails by, and that became the plan. So I call it a post facto plan. I make the plan after it happened. Say, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
Oh, look at this photo. That is awesome. I love that. Okay, you know, we could probably talk about 3 hours on all of this, but I would imagine when you look back at your career here, I mean, our food scene would not be what it is today without you.
Oh, you're very kind to say that.
It's true.
It's super true.
Well, you know, it was, so you never know if you're in a revolutionary time or something, but at the time it was, and it was this spirit across the country of American cooking, and how could you have this American cuisine? So, and I just thought, well, we'll do a Houston cuisine.
Yeah.
Sort of find, in fact, some of the dishes, some of our most famous dishes, really sort of came out of the Houston spirit. The quail hunter, dove hunter dish wrapped in bacon, the seafood from the Gulf, crab tostadas. So I was always trying to find out how to do something that represented here that we could be, you know, proud of.
And these are tried and true because these have been on the menu for what, 30 years?
30 years, yeah. And it's funny. I mean, well, you can't change them because the people won't let you change them.
Right.
Yes.
You get real mad over that.
I love that idea that and you can't because it's such a strong memory for them.
Right.
You know, and for us they're well done. So I always. So why do you like it so much? Well, I remember back, you know, then the story starts. Yeah.
And the crab tostadas are my favorite on the menu. Truly, every time, and it's so much fun seeing these old school pics that we're running during this segment, Robert. Every time we have visitors in town, we bring them to Cafe Annie because we know it's consistently delicious. It's in great environment. The staff are so nice and friendly. Let's talk about some of your pinch me moments over your career, because when we talk about influence of other people who you looked up to but became your friends, we're talking about people like Julia Childs, Alice Waters, Wolfgang Puck. Inspiration for you, look at this photo, but also your friends.
Julia, yeah. No, and then it's you when these people that inspired you, And at the time, you just want to learn as much as you can. And then one day you meet them and a little bit. And I'll tell you a funny story. When I first met Julia Child, we were going to this luncheon and she was going to be there. And she got out of the car in front of us and to going into this restaurant. And the person she was with I knew, and I got out of the car. And I didn't see that she had took the first step up to go up to the restaurant. She was on the first step. And then it was Michael McCarty. He said, Robert, I want to introduce you to Julia. So I came over there, and she was on the first step, and I was like,
wow, you're tall.
Oh, Julia. The first time I met her.
She's already tall.
She's already tall, so she was like at the 7-foot level. I just felt this sort of light come down. But she was a marvelous person. I enjoyed working with her, and she was, to be so warm and gracious. And she was never interested in herself. She was interested in you.
Right.
You know, she always asked you questions about yourself. What were you doing? Always very, very thoughtful. And we would do things together, and we'd be doing a show, and she always said the same question. So, Robert, what are we going to teach them today? And so I always remember that. Julia's going to ask me that, so I should have a good answer.
Right, be prepared.
Yeah, so
right?
she was always that way, and then want to know how you thought about things.
That's such a lovely memory,
she
really.
was beautiful, yeah.
So, okay, we've mentioned that you're stepping down. Time for, are we using the word retirement?
Well, I'm stepping down, not laying down.
Okay,
so,
there we go.
Yeah, so don't see me on the couch. But yeah, it's really less stepping down than stepping back a little bit to let that next generation have at it. Because I think, if anything, when people talk about so what's your legacy? I don't want to be what I've done. I want to be what they're going to do, right? And that the stories that they'll tell going sort of forward. So I would say I'm going to do less of the blocking and tackling, particularly not getting tackled,
right.
You know, that bruising part, and a little more sort of on the sideline coaching and helping them. I know what they need so they can get better, and that's where I think the real sense of pride is, when somebody that you helped suddenly and you open the door for really becomes sort of somebody. I think that for me is important.
It's got to be so satisfying too to see your work being continued on by your staff. Can you tell us about the reaction, your staff, when you announced the news that you were leaving?
Well, so I said, I'm not dead, so it's not like the end, you know.
Right.
But they always sort of see it with some sort of finale, like you're never coming here again. I said, no, this is just a sort of a shift. And that, well, one of the chefs in the kitchen was very good. I just told him, I'm not leaving completely. I'm not done with you yet. I said, I'm still molding you, so I'll be more on that side, but cut your own Brussels sprouts from now on.
Right.
You know, sort of thing. So I think when you're there so long, and you sort of create this environment, which is the key really, where I wanted everyone to look forward to going to work. I said, if you're not looking forward to it, tell me why, because we can fix that. Wow. We can make this place, right? So I don't want that future to sort of continue, and I've been a part of that, so I have to contribute still to how it goes. I don't want, you know, everyone to flee the scene kind of thing.
Right,
I said,
right.
no, we're still going to do this together.
That's true leadership right there.
It is, and I know that you're excited to spend more time with your grandbaby. And
only 3 weeks old.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so awesome. Also, congratulations on being part of season 19 for Top Chef Houston. You got to love how the city looks, right?
Oh, it looked great. I mean, I think that's part of the show that, you know, when I started in Southwest cuisine, this is a funny story that people would hear, I won the James Beard Award, and they would say, oh my God, next time we get to Dallas, we're going to come by and have dinner. You know, and I would say, oh yeah, please do, but you know, give yourself 3.5 hours to get there. And they said, what? I said, we're in Houston, you know, and they said, oh. I said, you know, so now to see Houston sort of go from anything good must be in Dallas, and I love Dallas, I have lots of friends there. Now suddenly the city, we have this thing of our own, basically,
right.
that sort of built up. And I thought Top Chef was, again, sort of that last piece of it to say, wow, that place has got something going on. It's a culinary city. Before, right. I don't think people looked at it that way as much, but
certainly do now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I hear that the other cities are copying us.
Well,
I always like that, you know?
We've got a lot going on here, and Robert, I know you're a very humble guy, but whether you like it or not, you had a huge influence on the culinary scene here in Houston, not just for chefs, but for non-chefs like us who just like to eat.
Who just like to eat
Thank
it.
you.
Well, and I'm indebted to you for that, you know, because without you all loving to eat, it wouldn't make much sense.
So humble, see what I mean? Congratulations on your stepping back.
Yeah, thank
and we'll
you.
see you again very, very soon.
Good, I will be around.
Kiss the grandbaby for us.
I will definitely do.
Okay, perfect. And for a link where you can connect with Robert, just visit our website, HoustonLife.tv.
And after the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including a Grammy Award-winning musician coming to Houston for a special event.
And as we head to break, let's check in with Kevin Frazier for a look at what's coming up on Entertainment Tonight. Hi, Kevin.
Derek and Courtney, tonight on ET, we're remembering Goodfellas star Ray Liotta. We look back at his over 3 decades career in Hollywood, then the latest on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial as Amber takes the stand again. You don't want to miss it. That's tonight at 6:30 right here on KPRC2. But sit tight, because Houston Life will be right back.
Coming up tomorrow on Houston Life, Grammy Award-winning artist Marcus Miller will be in studio. He's in town for the International Festival this weekend. We're going to find out what he has going on, plus all the details on iFest.
And we're live at Moody Gardens. From the rainforest to the lazy river, we've got a sneak peek at what is brand new this summer. I know a lot of people want to get back down to the island for that. And in the meantime, Robert Del Grande is still with us as we close out another hour of Houston Life. Thanks again for stopping by. It's so good to see you.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you so much. Good to be here.
We appreciate it, and all the photos going down memory lane. Congratulations on your stepping back and your brand new grandbaby.
I know, so excited.
Yeah,
so
thank you so much.
I've been practicing.
Holding?
You know, yeah.
Just 3
The
weeks
cradle.
old. All right, that does it for us today on Houston Life. KPRC 2 News at 4 is next.